Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I asked the questions. What was your fondest memory while serving in the military?
Well, it would have to be when my first son was born, and which was you. It was, just the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I went out and celebrated. And
Now, you were married on that same day also,
we
right?
were married on that same day. Yes.
So you were married in the morning,
Yeah.
and I was
You was born that evening.
that evening. Okay. All right. What was the most difficult aspect of being in the military?
Keeping your head down.
Okay.
No, the most difficult thing was to have to, the soldier would have to go by all the Army rules. And sometimes the Army don't make correct
A good rule.
orders or good rules. So that was the most difficult thing for me.
Okay. What is your opinion regarding war as a means to resolve conflict?
I think it's foolish.
Okay.
I think that, two countries, and my memory serves me right, which sometimes it don't, but when it does, I always recall that the countries could resolve these things without physical combat. But it seems that all of these countries, they want more land, more oil, or more of something else. They always want something they don't have. And they fight the other countries to get that, which to me is foolish.
Okay. Would you or did you encourage your child or grandchild to enlist in the Army? Why or why not?
No, I would not.
And why?
And I would not because, number one, in these times that we're in, you never know what super weapon they're going to use or how they're going to fight or whatever. No, I would not recommend.
Okay. Do you consider your duty as having been positive or negative life experience? Why? Your duty as serving in the military was a positive or negative in your life experience?
Well, it was a positive.
And why?
It definitely was a positive because I met a lot of good people. I learned a lot of things. You couldn't have got a better education. So I was educated in the Army.
Okay. Now we'll go to your career. What was your very first job?
Well, now you're going back to my youth.
Whenever. I'm going to your career. This is outside the time limits.
Oh,
So
okay. I
whenever.
understand what you're saying, but see, I go back to when I worked for my grandfather.
Okay. Did he pay you?
Yeah, not
Okay.
much.
This is Linville?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We would, me and my brother Jerry and my cousin Clarence J. Frazier and my other cousin Arthur Brown, Butch, would work for Grandpa what he called thinning out the corn.
Okay. And what exactly did you do?
Well, if there was a hill of corn, we had a hoe, we worked with a hoe. If there was a hill of corn, and that hill of corn had 5 stems in it, and it was only supposed to have 2, you pulled the 3 out and left the 2 there.
Okay. So that's when it was growing.
Yeah.
So they didn't want you to have 5 stalks coming out. You
Right.
just wanted 2.
Right.
Okay. What was your best or favorite job you've had?
Favorite?
Best, maybe best paying, or maybe your favorite job you ever had.
Well, later on in my life, Larry, I became a union representative. And I liked that job because I got to help people.
Mm-hmm.
And I did help a lot of people, and but it's the kind of job that you can't win because it's a political position is what it is, and you're always scared that somebody's going to stick a knife in your back. You know what I mean about that. But that was the thing that I didn't like about it, man. But I like meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
I like to talk to people.
Okay. What was your worst job?
You want the
I want an
answer?
honest truth.
You ain't gonna like this.
Well, you're
I was put on a detail in Vietnam burning shit.
what do you mean shit? Like,
If you go to the bathroom, it's what you do in there, number 2.
how did they burn? I mean,
You
what?
burn it.
Where did they collect it from?
Oh, they built a toilet.
Okay.
And you went in, they had holes there, and you sit there and you done your thing. And then when it was all over, when it got full, you had a little rod that you put in there and hooked on there, pulled it out and burned it.
So you didn't like that job?
No, I hated that job. But really, I didn't do the dirty work. I was a sergeant, and they just put me in charge of it.
Okay.
Give me 3 men, and told me to burn the shit.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
All right. In addition to being paid money, how else has your career created value in your life?
Well, I've learned to give and take, Larry. In life, you can't get everything you want. So I have learned that in order to get something, you've got to give something. You get out of something what you put in it.
Okay.
And I have learned that much that that you can't be what is it? Not jealous, but selfish. You cannot be selfish.
Okay.
So that's one of the things I learned.
Okay. Who was the biggest influence in your career?
Career?
In your career?
It would have to be my high school basketball coach,
Pharisee Woods.
Pharisee Woods.
Okay. What would be, if you had it all to do over again, what would be your ideal job? Did you want to play basketball for the rest of your life? Would that have been your ideal job? Did you want to play in the NBA?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Or is that
if I had my desires,
right?
that would have been what I would have done. I would have played basketball till I couldn't play no more, and then I would have coached.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. All right, we'll go to your family. This is a family section.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 3 children.
What are the ages and what's their names?
Well,
and
I can't
gender?
tell their ages. I don't know them. I'm 73, and sometimes I forget things.
Okay.
But I've got one right here, Larry W. Back, my oldest son, and he was born in Germany, and he's a fine man. I'm so proud of him. Me and him are real good friends. That's plus the father and son deal.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You're about your daughter.
Okay, I have one daughter. Her name is Nicole Denise, and she was born in Kansas.
Kansas City, wasn't it? Or Manheim.
Well, it
Or
was
not
not in
Manheim.
Kansas City. It was a hospital outside of the
Manhattan.
city. Huh?
Was it Manhattan?
Is it? No. That's where we were stationed
Oh, okay.
for a while in the
Okay.
Army.
So it was
But-
outside of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was born in Kansas, and she grew up. I won't say hard, but now my boys give her a hard time sometimes, and she got through it and everything, and she's done a wonderful job.
Nope. Go ahead.
She has she's worked hard. She's got herself in a position now to where she can enjoy life a little bit, and I love her to death.
Okay. And your youngest son.
Okay, I have another son by the name of Charles Price Back, and he is a school teacher.
And where was he born?
He was born in Xenia, Ohio,
Okay.
and he has spent his whole life in Beaver Creek, Ohio, and he is now a school teacher at Beaver Creek High School.
Okay.
He was the basketball coach, varsity basketball coach, but he quit that and wanted to be with his children, which is understandable, and that's what he's doing now.
Okay.
But I'm very proud of him too. I am proud of all my kids. I love them to death.
Okay. As a parent, you're still a parent, but as you're raising a family, what was your goal as being a parent?
To make good citizens of my children.
Okay.
To make sure while they were under my care that they learned to do the right thing.
And do you think you've accomplished that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. How would your children describe you as a parent, you think?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I think they all love me, and I think they would describe me as a good father.
Okay. In what ways have your parents influenced you the most? Your parents.
My parents.
Mm-hmm.
My mother always told me to, that whatever hardship came along, that if you worked at it, you could get away from that hardship.
You get through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my father, Price Back, he was like, I don't know where I said it before or not, but he was not a big talker, but his actions spoke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't. But I don't know if you ever noticed it or not, but I have. When my dad walks in a room, everybody knows it. For some reason,
Mm-hmm.
he's got that kind of air about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but he taught me right from wrong, and he taught me how to conduct myself in certain places.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a great father.
Okay.
And my mother was absolutely the best mother you could ever have.
Do you wish you had been raised differently?
No.
Okay. Do you have any siblings? And if so, what were their names?
Yes, I had two brothers. One brother, which was Jerry Alfred Back, has passed away, and he was a great brother too, and we when we both got to the adult stage of your life, we were the best of friends. and he would have died for me, and I would have died for him. And I miss him a lot.
Now, what about your younger brother?
My younger brother I didn't know. His name was Michael Hall Back, and he died when he was 2 years old of pneumonia.
Okay.
Now all we've got is just a few pictures.
There's one behind you.
Yeah, and he was a little bit different as far as makeup is concerned. He was a real light-skinned blonde.
Okay. Who are you the closest to in your family? Who are you closest to?
My mother.
Your mother. Okay. Who do you most admire in your family, and why?
Now that's an impossible question. I can't answer it.
Okay.
Well, I can answer it because I love them all the same, and I'd die and go to hell for them, every one. And they all influenced me
In some way or another.
every way. Yes.
Okay. Who was your first? Now we're getting out of the realm of time again. Who was your first love?
Do you mean? I have to ask this question. There's several girls that I thought I was in love
Well, that's
with.
what I went. Who do you think you was in love with in reality? Who do you think that you loved and was going to marry? Not going to say.
I can't say. Yeah, well, I'll say my first girlfriend was a girl named Rita Sue Hayes.
Rita Sue Hayes.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you've broken many hearts. You've been married.
Yes.
What was? How long have you been married?
40. It will be 49 years in July.
It'll be 50.
50. I'm sorry.
It'll be 50.
He corrected me.
It'll be 50 years. And what's her name? What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Krista A. Back.
Okay.
Montauk.
Right. And where and how did you meet?
We met at a enlisted men's club at Turley Barracks in Mannheim, Germany.
Okay. And when was this?
Ooh.
1964, maybe? 63?
More like 65.
65?
Yeah, 64, 65.
Okay. What's the most special way that you have shown someone, could have been anybody, that you have loved them? What do you do to show them that you love them?
Tell them, don't let your life go by without telling anybody you love that you love them.
Okay. We're going to go to history or politics and stuff like that. What do you consider to be the most significant political event that occurred during your lifetime?
Probably 9/11.
9/11, okay. Which political figure do you most admire, dead or alive? Did you admire?
I would have to say it would be President Truman.
Harry S. Truman. And why?
Well, I just admired him for doing what he did. He dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima.
Okay.
And if he had not have dropped that bomb, we would have lost probably 1 million other soldiers.
Okay.
and I admired him for that.
Okay.
He took the bull by the horns.
Didn't he have on his desk the buck stops here?
The buck stops here. That's a little sign he had on his desk.
Okay. Other than the present, right now, which historical era would you have liked to live in?
Wild West.
The Wild West. So maybe the 1880s, somewhere around there. Why?
Well, because you had different modes of transportation. You had different, no big super highways and things like that. And I thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm. What do you consider to be the most important war fought during your lifetime?
World War II.
Okay. What would be the in history? Which would be most important? Was still World War II or
No, probably Civil War.
Civil War? Okay. And I've got you that you have fought for a political cause. What would you like to see change in the? Try to be short on this because we don't have a lot of time. I know you're very vocal and outspoken on this. What would you like to see change in the current political and social atmosphere? Do you understand the question?
Yeah. I you just want my opinion.
Right.
Okay. My opinion is, Larry, that these United States that we live in has gotten too big. We're bringing immigrants in that add to the population. And of course, they're going to have kids, and they add to the population. Pretty soon, we're going to run out of room.
Okay.
But our political people just keep opening the door and letting immigrants in. Right now there's a big old discussion about Ebola. I don't know how it got here. Nobody else seems to know. But there's no doubt in my mind it had to come in by immigrants.
Okay.
And we just don't pay attention to the most important things.
Which would be your most important thing? The most.
To
Number
stop with wars, stop the fighting.
Okay. Okay. If you could meet any historical figure of the past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a hard one, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hard one. Well, I think it would probably, I would have to say that it would be Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, and why?
Well, he was soft-spoken. He was a man that believed in God. He wanted to stop the fighting but couldn't. And he loved the United States.
Okay. All right. These are general questions now. What is your definition of happiness?
Happiness is when you're smiling and when you're enthusiastic, and just love everybody.
Okay. What is your most memorable travel experience?
Have to be Vietnam.
Your most okay. What do you consider would be the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
funniest?
The funniest thing that's ever happened to you.
Wow. Well, that's got to be a good one. But now, are you talking about funny, or just something that funny?
I'm talking about laugh out loud funny. Funny.
Well, nobody's seen this. I told your mother about it. But I laughed a lot, all the way from home to work.
Okay.
I was going to work one morning. I don't even remember what kind of car I was driving. But I had backed my car out, and there was a newspaper laying, pretty close to the car. So I stopped the car, but I didn't put it brake on. I didn't put it in park. So I reached down to get the paper, and I rolled out of the car.
Oh shit.
And the car rolled back and up the street and started back toward me, and I jumped in and took off to work.
I've never heard that before.
Now, that was the one that made me laugh the most.
Okay. What accomplishments are you most proud of?
Well,